Hi. Did you know that in the book of Revelation it speaks of two resurrections? Well, let me show you. Okay, so here we are in Revelation chapter 20. We're going to start in verse 4. And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Jesus and for the word of God, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands, and they lived and reigned with Christ 1,000 years. But the rest of the dead lived not again until the 1,000 years were finished. This is the first resurrection. Okay, so these guys here who the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Jesus, they lived and reigned with Christ for 1,000 years. So who are these guys? So if we go back to Revelation 7, if we look at verse 9, after this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude which no man could number, of all nations and kindreds and peoples and tongues, stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes and palms in their hands. Okay, so a great multitude of everyone, a mix of everyone. So who are these guys? In verse 13, the question's asked, and one of the elders answered unto me, saying, What are these which are arrayed in white robes, and whence came they? And I said unto him, Sir, thou knowest. And he said to me, These are they which came out of great tribulation, and have washed their robes and made them white in the blood of the Lamb. Okay, so this great multitude that no one can number comes out of the great tribulation. In verse 20, we see that process happen. In chapter 20, we see that process happening. But then in verse 5, it kind of alludes to somebody else. The rest of the dead lived not again until the 1,000 years were finished. Okay? So who are these? Well, in verse 7, it tells us, when the 1,000 years were expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison. But for this context, the 1,000 years are expired. And then in verse 12, and I saw the dead, small and great, stand before God. And the books were opened, and another book was opened, which is the book of life. And the dead were judged out of those things which were written in the books, according to the works. So this is the second resurrection, when the rest of everybody stands before God in judgment according to their works. Okay, so there you have it. The first resurrection are the tribulation saints that are raised up before the 1,000-year reign of Christ, and they reign with Christ. The second resurrection is after the 1,000 years, and the rest of the dead are raised up for final judgment according to their works. Now, I want to be clear here also that this is different than the rapture. This is the resurrection. There's also two raptures, and this, what I'm talking about right now, is two resurrections. However, if you would like to know about the two raptures, I have a video on that. And also, if you would like to have just more information in general, I have a video called A Walk Through Revelation that kind of explains a lot of things all in one video. So, hope to see you there.